Welcome back to the table. Today, Ryan and I, we have a special treat for you.
Sure.
Particularly if you are a Teotihuacan fan, because we're going to be highlighting all of the upgrades and differences going on with the Deluxe Master Set that they've got going for Teotihuacan. I'll make this short. It's got everything you could possibly imagine.
I mean, that's a great way to sum it up. It really does. So, in the years since Teotihuacan's release, and if for those who are hearing about this game for the first time, we'll get to you, don't worry. But for those who know, there's been a ton of content that's been released for Teotihuacan over the years. It was a hugely popular Ticini game, and he has continued to do expansions. There's been 2 big box expansions, 1 medium-sized promo expansion, and then a bunch of small promo expansions that people have probably tried to chase down to complete their collection. The good news is all of that content is going to be in this Deluxe Master Set.
They're going to great lengths to try to ensure that everything that they have released to date is in here. Plus, it's all upgraded to a significant degree. Just the components, everything.
Huge degree.
The artwork, there's 2 sides to the board now. And we'll get to all of that.
Don't spoil that.
We'll get to all of that in a second. What I want to ask, though, because Ryan's more of the Teotihuacan fan or player than I am.
Sure, I've played a ton of Teotihuacan.
I played this game once, back before it came out, at a Gamma. It was a crude prototype, and I think it's a prototype we ended up having with us.
Yeah, we did.
And then I played it maybe once or twice after its release eventually. But I'm going to give you less than 60 seconds for you to explain Teotihuacan to everybody. And go.
Teotihuacan is a rondel game. You're having a bunch of different spaces kind of in this circle, and you're having these dice that are moving around taking actions. That's a very basic summary. There's a lot that goes into that. As your dice become more powerful, as you start to collect multiple dice in one space, your actions become better. A lot of these actions are collecting resources, trying to build out different aspects of Teotihuacan, like the pyramid here in the center of the board. You're going up a bunch of different tracks.
Yes.
You're getting new dice. You're building these houses of the dead. There's a lot of stuff that you're doing that's very thematic to that culture, but all of it does build around that idea of moving these dice, building up these dice, collecting resources, and taking all these different actions. And there are a variety of different actions you can take.
Yeah, and I think that was a good,
Thank you.
round of applause, good description. If you want any more details on that, go back and check out all of our past Teotihuacan videos for a fuller description of the game. But we do want to dive right in and kind of highlight some of what you can expect the differences are. The big thing I would say is this is for, if you've never dipped your toe into the Teotihuacan world, now's the time. That's for sure.
This is your chance to get it
gets
all.
you everything and gets it to you in the best possible format that it's been. I would also guess, this is just a guess on our part, this might be, I don't know if there's going to be more Teotihuacan.
Oh, that's
probably
okay.
not.
Yeah, they haven't said definitively, but this does feel like the end of, this is it. This is everything for Teotihuacan, one box.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do this
good.
And then do the Deluxe Master Set next month.
Well, and also, so this is the Deluxe Master Set, and David mentioned if you're new to Teotihuacan, this is a great point. You can play just the base game. You can start adding on modules, expansions as you grow to play it. But if you already have everything that's Teotihuacan related, you will be able to just get the Deluxeified stuff.
Yeah, they have like
to replace that.
A beauty upgrade or something is what they call it.
Something like that, yeah.
And it gets you everything but the core game. You get all of the new Deluxeified components. And whatnot.
Again, worth mentioning as you kind of look around this board and look around at these pieces, while we do have the Deluxe version, this is a prototype of the Deluxe version. So this is what they're going to look like, but this is not final. So
these are crude versions of what they're making.
Right.
Some of the screen printing and whatnot was done in a prototype fashion. But it gives you an idea of the thickness and the chunkiness of like some of the bits and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, everything has gotten that treatment. Obviously, you can see the resources, the basic resources of the game have all been upgraded. You can see that some of the tiles have been upgraded. Obviously, the pyramid tiles were already pretty well done.
They were pretty good. I don't know that these are any different. If they are, it's mildly because, that's a credit to how good the pyramid tiles were to begin with.
Yeah, but all the technology tiles, all of the different house bonuses, all of the different tiles from the different tracks, all of them they're not cardboard anymore. They're nice wooden pieces that are a lot better. I mean, obviously, it's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, they're really nice. I would say a good way to look at it if you're wondering, well, what all is cardboard and what all is not. As far as we can see here, the board is cardboard.
Right.
Like the
That's a good
board
point.
is. Everything else seems to be little chunk. I don't know what the material is going to be in the end. If it's going to be wood or
it's
some
gonna
other
be some kind of
material.
wood.
But it's very sort of like, nice tile-like material, not cardboard.
So, all right, that's the deluxe stuff. But if you're watching this video, you're seeing what this board looks like. You might be saying, well, that's not even what Teotihuacan looks like. David mentioned there's two sides to the board. You can play on classic Teotihuacan side, or they've actually reimagined the artwork here for a new version of the board, and that extends to the temple tracks. They've actually taken the temple tracks off of the main board. They've rearranged the way that this main board looks, and they've moved the temple track to another, again, double-sided board. You can have the traditional Teotihuacan artwork, or what I really like is this cool like panoramic view of the actual temples. And it kind of puts together, if you're not using the orange temple, which is one of the modules, you can actually just leave that in the box and just play with the 3 basic temples that come in the basic game, which was a nice little touch.
Yeah, it should be noted, if you couldn't tell already, this does sort of expand, literally, the game on the table. I don't think the Deluxe Master Set comes with a new table for people to use.
Yeah.
But the footprint here
It is
going to be significant because what you see here is not everything. Over there, we've got
these are new player boards, and this is something I'm really excited about as well. I mean, just because I'm a person that likes having spots to put everything.
Oh, for sure.
And Teotihuacan, you can get a lot of stuff. Of course, it does add to the table presence, gives you a little spot to put if you're using the Priestess expansion to get your variable player powers, which you always should be. There's a little spot for them. And then everything you're collecting in the game, even like your tiles, your masks, your resources, all of it has a spot to sit on the player board, which is a really nice addition. The weather cards have new artwork, and like all of the starting cards, if you look at the starting setup cards, the resources that you gain and the places you start at all got upgraded as well with new artwork. And also they're bigger. They were tiles before, now they're cards, but they are bigger and allow for that cool presentation.
Yeah, so Ryan, what would you say of the things that you see here are your favorite upgrades that you're seeing at face value? Instantly.
I mean, obviously the resource upgrades are really cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Those are deluxe bits, like you would imagine if you were to find a third-party pack of like really deluxe bits for a thing. This is that plus, I think.
And I love that if you see here the different pyramid tracks, now each have their own specific tracker token, which again is just a nice little touch they didn't have to do. And I love these little houses. These used to be just regular, pretty generic looking like Catan houses. And now they're actually customized to match the artwork and the iconography that they've had in the actual game as well. So it did get a lot of love. I mean, they obviously put a lot of thought into the design of these components. They gave new storage bags. Even like the, if you see off to the side here, even the Teobot solo mode tiles got the deluxe treatment. And they're not just cardboard either. They're big tiles as well. And like we said, I mean, you are getting everything that you'd expect. You're getting all of the other boards that can cover these different action spots. We set up kind of a basic game, but all of the different modules, I think there's like 9 or 10 total modules if you look across all of the different expansions. All of that content is in here. It's all going to be organized. It's all going to be sorted. I don't know what they're using for their storage solution.
Yeah, we don't have that in our prototype. It was just a box, but I'm sure there's going to be a nice storage solution for all of this stuff.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing about these big boxes. And honestly, Board and Dice has done deluxe editions before, and they've really knocked it out of the park with the way that they've organized and stored everything. So I imagine we're going to see that as well. Things organized just in a way, like all the different expansion modules together. You already see that we've got these nice bags for storage as well.
Yeah, so definitely check out their campaign for all the details that we don't know about yet, because I'm sure they'll answer all those questions. But if you do have any other questions based on what we've shown today, please make them in the comments below. We'll get down there and answer what we can. Until next time, of course, make sure everyone has fun at the table, and we'll see you then.